So it came out yesterday that I guess Matt at Dodge, the CEO, basically confirmed the Hellcat. They're saying that it only makes sense to bring back the baddest. Well, we knew that. They're going to bring back 3 different versions of that Hellcat, or 3 different power levels of that Hellcat engine. And we were first to market with that, to let you guys know about that. We've been talking about this for, I don't know, myself and Butter the Insider and OC Motivator have been talking about this for shit, at least 8 to 10 months now. Pulling up here to the crib, we're getting up here to Red Rock, but we're gonna get into all of that and more, and why there might not be a 5.7. What else could there be? Interesting, you might ask. Get into all that and more right after this. We're out in the M5 today, guys, and you know, I've talked about this sponsor before, and I got to talk about it again. It's important. So I just want to give you a quick word from our video sponsor, Delete Me. You know, your personal info is way more exposed than you think. I didn't realize how bad it was until someone brought up an address that I haven't lived in like 15 years, right? That's not a coincidence. It's what they call data brokers. So there are these companies out there that collect all of your personal information, and they sell your personal info, name, phone number, old addresses, even your family connections, acquaintances, things of that nature, and they pull it all from public records and random websites. Now, what's crazy about this is they bundle it into like a dossier or a profile, and then they sell it to anyone willing to pay for it. Scammers love this stuff because it allows them to try to prove that they're you, to take over accounts and all kinds of other stuff. Now, I'm not interested in making their job easier, obviously not, right? So I use Delete Me. They go after these data broker sites and they get your information removed and keep monitoring it month after month, because new listings can pop up all the time. So I want to show you real quick. This is my Delete Me report right here. I'm cut to over here so you guys can see it. You can see exactly where my data showed up, which is nowhere, because they've been doing a hell of a job with my information. And it's already been taken down. So like, that's why it says 0 across the board, right? They saved me hours of me having to reach out and contact all of these places individually. And honestly, I wouldn't even know where to start if I had to do it on my own anyway. Bottom line, I don't want my personal details floating around on the internet, okay? That's how people show up at your house. That's how you have all kinds of, it's just not a fun time, okay? And this handles it for me. If you want to lock in and lock down your info, go to joindeleteme.com/TK Garage. That link will get you 20% off what the normal price is. And yes, the video is sponsored by Delete Me, and I use it myself. I've talked to you guys multiple times about all the different products that I do use. I only promote things that I actually use here on the channel. So there you have it. Go check it out. joindeleteme.com/TK's Garage. So what is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And yeah, we've talked a little bit about this. I'm just shocked right now at the information that I've been getting here recently. And that information is, we know that the Hellcat is for sure coming back. We know that for sure. And we know that they have 3 different versions of that Hellcat engine. But what we didn't know is that they wouldn't bring back a 5.7. And I guess I get it if they already have the Hurricane and then you have the Hellcat, but I feel like you need something there in the middle. And we were hearing that they were going to bring back the 5.7, but not the 6.4. Could it be that they're going to bring back the 6.4, or is the Hellcat engines, like a middle option, or are they going to bring something insane like a Hellcat Demon engine? We know that there's going to be 3 powertrain options for this car. That much I know for sure, just by the internal SKU stuff that they have for the car. Now, I know you're going to say, oh, well, what if one of those that you're seeing is the EV? Nope, it's got its own thing. It's a separate, totally separate thing. So we know that there's 3 powertrain options. If they're saying that there's going to be no 5.7, which I feel like that's almost misdirection a little bit on Dodge's part. They're intentionally telling people that. I'll tell you why they're doing it, if that's the case. If they do not bring the 5.7, it means they have to bring the 6.4. All right, it means they're bringing the Scat Pack engine back. All right, they're bringing the 6.4 liter engine back because they don't have a choice. They have to have another option outside of the Hellcat, right? Because they're not going to make the Hellcat versions affordable. We already know that pricing too. So I feel like maybe Matt is giving a little bit, or the representatives of Dodge are giving a little bit of misdirection on purpose, because they don't want all of those Hurricane powered Chargers to just sit and not sell. Is it ever okay for a company to lie? No, but they will, because they don't want to be stuck with all of that inventory when people go, I'll just wait. I'll just wait until the 5.7 Hemi comes. I'll just wait until there's a 6.4 Hemi. I'll just wait until the Hellcat engine comes. And that's where I think the problem comes in. But like I said, we already know about the 3 options with the Hellcat that are coming. Like I said, you have the regular food stamp edition Hellcat, which is going to be already insanely priced at 777 horsepower. Then you have the Stage 1 and the Stage 2. And the fact that the regular and the Stage 1 were already beating demons at the track, I mean, part of that is it's all-wheel drive, okay? So it's a track hawk now, all right? So I can see this car doing some insane numbers. And what I mean by that is, if they do build that elephant version of it, that demon version of this Charger, it will probably take that 0 to 60 time away from the ZR1X, and it wouldn't surprise me if that is a, dare I say, 8-second car, maybe a very low 9-second car, like from the factory. All-wheel drive, all of that power, it's going to be insane. But I'll leave the question to you. Would you not consider the Charger if they don't have a 5.7 option? Like, everybody doesn't want a Hellcat, but everybody don't want the Hurricane either. So if your only option in Hemi is Hellcat and up, right? Hellcat engines and then maybe a Elephant engine, are you going to miss it because it's not naturally aspirated? Are you going to avoid the Charger because there's no naturally aspirated option? I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And again, major shout out to our sponsors over at Delete Me for sponsoring today's video. But anyways, until next time, thank you guys very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And as always, stay petty, my friends.